Hey, I'm G Baby. I'm here with another big business movie review. Today I'm talking about the movie The Whale with Brendan Fraser. And if you don't know who Brendan Fraser is, he was a big action star in the 90s. He was in movies like The Mummy, which growing up, that's one of my favorite movie going experiences was going with my nephews and my sisters to see the Mummy movies when they came out. So I was very excited that he came back to acting and he's doing a phenomenal job. The movie's a masterpiece. So getting a little ahead of myself here. The movie basically came out sometime in December, so I'm pretty late to seeing it. I think this is the last week it's going to be in theaters, but it was worth it to go see. This movie is an absolute masterpiece. It's going to be the first 10 out of 10 I'd rate it, first 10 out of 10 for this channel, and it was just that good. So basically, the premise is the man is severely overweight and he's going to be dying soon. He's really on the last stages of his life, and it's a story about him trying to reconnect with his estranged daughter and have some type of relationship with her and get to know her before he passes. And I gotta say, this movie was masterfully done. The whole movie takes place in an apartment over the course of a week. So imagine it just takes place in one setting. So they do so much storytelling all wrapped up in that one room. Well, technically apartment, but there's so much nuance to the way they do this that it's subtle little metaphors in the bird coming to the window, people he interacts with that you don't really get to see too much that knock on his door, and just the different characters in this movie. They all gave phenomenal performances. I cared about all the characters in this movie, and they all had their own motivations, their own histories. It was just a very great performance by everybody, especially Brendan Fraser. The way he used his body and his facial expressions to tell the story of this character was incredible. I hope he wins the Academy Award for it. And I gotta say that the cinematography was excellent because this movie wasn't a full widescreen. It was a little bit more narrow. So it really drew out his presence of how physically large this man was and how obese he was, and how really out of control his life had spiraled. So I gotta say, overall, there was a lot of heavy themes in here. This is a movie you gotta be ready for an emotional journey. So be ready to sit down with these characters and really take it all in. It's not a quick movie you put on in the background while you're doing something else. It's a movie you sit down with and really take in. It's really a work of art. And I gotta say, there was a lot of heavy themes here with being a parent, also with dealing with life and death and just what all of this means, all this chaos that unfolds over the course of a life, and how mistakes you made can find some sort of peace or redemption if you're looking for it and if you're willing to, put yourself out there to, be rejected or to be hurt. There's always hope that you can find some type of comfort, even as bad as things might seem or get. So I think this movie had a lot of great messaging, and it was beautifully done. I mean, there was times when my eyes teared up and I really was, on that journey with these characters. So I really recommend this movie. It definitely gets a 10 out of 10, and I would say definitely it's be ready for the journey. If you're gonna go on this journey with Brendan Fraser and this character and this world, then be ready to commit to it because it's a ride. It'll take you for a ride. But besides that, the ending was pretty abrupt. But I'm not gonna spoil anything. I don't like giving spoiler reviews, so I'm just gonna say it ended. But to me, it ended very poetically and beautifully, and left some stuff to your interpretations, which was cool. But overall, absolute masterpiece if you go see it. It's called The Whale, and the theme matched it. It wasn't just for the man's large size. It was also they mixed in elements of Moby Dick with, literally talking about it. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful work. The dialogue was sharp. The cinematography was great. The characters were phenomenal. It was very emotionally driven. So I recommend seeing it for anybody who really loves, a really well-told, well-crafted story. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll be back next week with hopefully another big business movie review. And oh, by the way, I got this cool shirt. It's a Blockbuster shirt. And if you're a 90s kid like me, or maybe you just remember the 90s, Blockbuster was epic. I used to love going there, getting popcorn, a movie, snacks, and just walking around. And for you newer people, younger people, it's basically imagine if Netflix was a physical location where you had to pick what you're gonna watch and actually rent it and take it home. And that sounds I know to my youngest nephew that sounds ridiculous, but it was actually a lot of fun. I wish something similar could be done today. I don't know, in some way. It was just a very fun thing. It was a, it was a great time, great time for sure. And as a movie goer, movie lover, it was just has a special place in my heart. And it used to always have the slogan, "Be kind, rewind," because you actually had to rewind the tapes for the next person. Sometimes they charge a fee actually if you didn't. So it was just, we should all be kind anyways to each other. So thanks for tuning in, and I'm G Baby, and this is my big business movie review. And let me know in the comments if you like this movie, you saw it, or if you've never even heard of it before. It's called The Whale. So yeah, take care till next time. Bye.